Hi everyone, my name is Adelaide. By my age, I've learned two things. One, you can't trust anyone, and two, you can't trust anyone. Not even yourself. Now, the question is, have you guys ever had a choice? To act according to your conscience, against your moral principles and beliefs, or to act in a way that is convenient to your environment? At first, you might choose the former, but there are situations when people break down. I'll tell you a story about what I had to deal with and why, in my 28 years of age, I'm in a school uniform and standing amongst 17-year-olds. Well, first of all, no one here knows how old I really am. Also, I work here. I'm not just studying. My father and I used to work in the same police department. My mother died early on, so my father raised me. Instead of taking me for walks in the park, we would go to the range where I would shoot every weekend. By the age of 12, I was an excellent marksman. By 17, I had a black belt in karate. Then I graduated from the police academy and left to serve, following in my father's footsteps. We didn't have any toys at home. I used to clean my dad's guns and deftly assemble and disassemble them. The motto in our family was always honor and courage. My dad was a good cop. He got promoted when I was 26, and that's when I was transferred to another precinct, where I worked in the narcotics division. I was the best student and the best employee. I was given a very special assignment. The chief came up and said he was sending me out as an undercover agent.
There is a rumor going around that kids at Victoria High are distributing and using some kind of synthetics. Break in, gain their trust, and find out who the dealer is, then take him down. Got it?
Yes, sir, you got it.
Yeah, I don't doubt you. You've got your father's upbringing in you. Chief of police for the county. He's done a lot. Say hello from a former colleague.
Yes, sir. I was proud to know and tell everyone that the county police chief was my father. In fact, all my colleagues knew that, but it was even nicer to know that I had earned my place and position on my own, without my father's connections or efforts. I was just born to be a cop. So I was given an assignment, and I dressed up like a schoolgirl and went to school as a student. I introduced myself as Mary. Everybody looked at me funny, maybe because I looked like a kid. No one had ever taught me how to wear makeup or do anything with my hair. A girl named Lindsay came up to me. "Oh, hi, are you new? Where are you from?" "I'm from..." "It doesn't matter anyway. My name is Lindsay, and I'm the most popular girl here. And that's my boyfriend, Paul. We've been dating for 2 weeks. This is my entourage, my girlfriends, Val and Nell. Girls, say hello." 3 blondes, almost identical. I held out my hand for a handshake and they squeamishly looked at my lack of manicure. I hid my hand in a fist. "Okay, where's our classroom?" "Over there. We're going to the restroom. Want to come with us?" "No thanks, I already peed." "Whoa, new girl, take it easy. Ladies don't say those words. We say powder your nose." "How much more?" "More what?" "How much more powder is on your face? You can't even see your skin because of it." "That was rude. Okay, you're not used to it yet, so I forgive you. For now." They left, and I didn't know what I'd said. Then Paul's friend Chad flew up to me. He started to flirt with me right away. Apparently, he had little brains, but a lot of animal instincts, and I don't like undisciplined men. Chad said something in my ear, but I didn't listen. I just walked into the classroom and started assessing the situation. I realized that I'd made a mistake. I needed to go to the bathroom with the girls to rattle them. But it wasn't going to be easy for that. Everyone was looking at me. Maybe it was the sweat, or that I stank after working out. I didn't know. At the end of the day, I went home and began to report to my supervisor. He said that I had made a mistake. It was important for me to infiltrate the elite, to gain their trust and get information out of them. So the next day I tried to hang around them, but somehow I had no luck. They shaved me off. After class, I suggested that the girls and I go for a walk, to which Lindsay replied that they were going to go to a private club, which was by invitation only. "What kind of invitation? Where'd you get one?" "They won't let you in because of the dress code." "No problem, I can change my pants." "What makes you think we're going to take you there in the first place?" "Why not?" "Nothing, you're just like a fucking man." "What's the big deal?" "That's what we're talking about." They were about to leave, and I offered them to have lunch with me and to hang out. Just don't think of it as a bribe. We can buy our own lunch. We're rich. Fine, whatever you say. On the way to the cafe, some weirdo on a scooter snatched Lindsay's purse. She was like, "Oh no, not again." I just automatically ran after the guy, caught up with him, and kicked him down. He ran away in fear, and the girl squealed in delight. Lindsay thanked me. It's not worth carrying around so much money to worry about. There's more to it than money. What could be more valuable? I'll tell you at the meeting at the private club. You're invited now. Wow, thank you. Nell took the video on her phone and sent it to all the chat rooms. In 30 minutes, I was a popular fighter at school. People were reaching out to me, and in the evening, I was the guest of honor at the club. I was sure Lindsay had something to do with the spread. And what was my disappointment when I discovered that Lindsay had pictures of the stars in her purse. I had snuck into the bag while she was in the bathroom, and she noticed. I got embarrassed. She took the purse away and told me that there was nothing more valuable than those photos, because Justin Bieber had personally autographed them. The evening was lost. I spent 2 whole weeks getting to know all the elites of the school, even Chad and Paul. I found out they did try synthetics, but they didn't distribute them. All the booze at the parties was also clean. I got criticism from the chief. Then I called my father, upset. I didn't say what case I was taking. I just said I was disappointed.
Sometimes the answer lies at the bottom. You just have to look underneath.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. I'll think about it. I was given another week for disclosure. Otherwise, the case would have to be turned over to another staff member. Damn, think, Adelaide, think! I scolded myself. The next day, the school announced a quiz. No one was getting ready. Everyone was getting worried. And then a little excitement started. Everyone was running outside, one by one. What's going on? By the way, yes, do you want some dope? What kind? We bought some last time for brain activity before exams. It's so good for you. Who do you buy it from? There's a guy who brings it to us. Who? He's on the street. You can check it out. Wait, are you talking about synthetics? Yeah, but it's not a drug. It's okay. It's just a dietary supplement for passing exams. You had hallucinations at your school because of it. Oh, I had one once, but I did well in my exams. It's no big deal. That kid just had too much of them. The atmosphere was heated. I put on my cap and followed everyone in a line. There was a guy sitting in the car, and I got in beside him.
I've never seen you before.
I'm new.
How old are you?
That's not important. How much do they usually take?
1 is enough for the first time.
Will there be another time?
Call me. I'll bring it to you.
Is it legal?
Of course, we have a prescription.
How do I call you? He showed me a piece of paper with the name of the group on the internet, said that I should write him there and a free courier would bring it. I left him money and left. I didn't drink that stuff, but I saw how it stormed my classmates. In the evening, I asked the IT guy to hack the server. The work lasted all night. They had good protection. In the morning, I managed to establish that the warehouse was neighboring. I went there, pretending to be sick from school. It looked like a regular pharmacy. I pretended to be sick while the pharmacist went off to get a phone, and I managed to get into the service area. It was an entire underground laboratory. People in hazmat suits and masks were making a drug. The smell was horrible. I knocked out one worker and put on a suit, mask, goggles, and gloves. I had to take pictures, but after taking a few pictures, I got caught. Someone came up to me wearing the same costume.
What's your name?
Mary.
Hold her down! Intruder!
I pulled out my gun and yelled, "You're under arrest! Police! Don't move!" The man in front of me drew his gun and we started fighting. He was strong. He took me down a couple of times, but then I pinned him against the conveyor belt. The others didn't interfere. They were scared. I punched my opponent in the jaw and he nearly passed out. But at the last moment, I pulled off his mask and froze. He stood up and pointed his gun at me. I couldn't move. He said,
"Take off your mask."
I did.
Adelaide?
Dad, what are you doing here? My father turned out to be one of the people in charge of the underground business. I don't even want to know how long he's been in the criminal gang. We went out to talk. He asked me to keep my mouth shut, turned in his badge, and quit. And I'm at a loss. I don't even know what to do. What do you advise me to do?